Hello, welcome back. Thank you so much for being here and continuing to share in my videos. And please like, share, and subscribe. So I see a lot of videos. There's so much about spirituality. Um, and I do get a lot of help from kind of wanting to understand my path. And that's another reason why I'm here is to help you understand things that may happen on your own path. But I see a lot of videos that say, you have to remain in a certain frequency in order for the universe to answer your prayers, call, your needs. Yes and no. As someone who has gone through their ascension journey, there have been times when my frequency was at its lowest. Like I wanted to just lay down and die. It got so bad. And in that kind of frequency, you can't say, yeah, I had my highest sense of frequency at that point, that the cosmos was going to um, ignore my needs. Understand also that you have your ancestors, you have other guides around you that are helping you through your journey. Before I went on my journey, my father, my son, who passed away when he was 19, all four of my grandparents, my great grandmother, all came through to me through a medium and told me about going on this journey. I didn't understand what they were talking about at this time, but they gave me all these instructions about, this and that, and you're going to need to do this. And leading up into this point, and every single thing has come to be. So it's not just the universe who's looking out for you. You have others in spirit who are looking out for you. I'm a psychic medium, so I understand that when someone comes to us for a reading, we usually tell them to, whoever it may be that they want to speak to. So say um, their mother or their grandmother has passed and they really want to reach out and speak to their mother. We ask them to speak because they're always around you, to speak directly to their mother and say, I have, because we don't understand that we're all spirits, right? We have flesh on us and they just don't. So they're busy just like we're busy. So if we have an appointment for Wednesday at 5 p.m. to see a medium, we always say to them, to the client, to say, talk to your mother and say, please be here at 5 o'clock on Wednesday, um, because I'm going to have a reading at that time. And in most cases, they show up. There could be other reasons why they don't, but or someone else may show up. But understanding that you have people around you all the time watching out for you, okay, in spirit. And I'll tell you a funny story. I think I told this story before. I had gone to get this tattoo here. It's a double infinity sign. And the next day I had a mediumship reading, not even thinking anything about it, and didn't know who was going to come through. And my father came through. My father was always very strict with what we did, how we wore our hair, and how we presented ourselves. So first thing he says, he's like, she says, the medium says, your father is here. So I say, oh, okay. And she says, he's saying, "What's that swirly thing on your arm?" Or what's that swirly thing? Because at first I didn't know what he was talking about. And he said, what's that swirly thing? And I, swirly thing. And she said, swirly thing? You got something swirly? And I'm like, oh, my tattoo. So it was only a day later that my father had already was already aware, was with me probably when I got the tattoo, and he saw that I had this, and he wanted to let me know that he saw it. So, which is so funny. But I've seen through my ascension journey, seen so many miracles happen when I was at my lowest, 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 and just saying, like, Spirit, I'm giving up. I can't do this. And then something all of a sudden would open up. I remember one night someone was supposed to help me it was when I was homeless and on the street, and someone's supposed to help me get a hotel room for the night. And I had walked like over a mile to get to the hotel. And in the meantime, they were supposed to be transferring some funds to send to me. So when I got to the hotel, I'm in the lobby and I'm waiting, and they're like, I'm trying to do it, but it's not working. So I'm like, oh my God, what am I going to do? So I'm standing there waiting and waiting. And, of course, the clerk is looking at me like, what are you doing? And I was just getting ready to like give up because then I'm like trying to text the person, like, are you able to send me the money or not? And they're not responding back to me. So I'm like, okay, like, this isn't going to work tonight. And I was getting ready to like go back outside into the cold and just find somewhere to bed down for the night. And all of a sudden, my phone, kind of rings and I receive a payment, but it was a different payment than what I expected from this person, a different form. And someone had booked a reading with me, and it was enough, more than enough to cover the hotel room for that night. And then, a little bit more. And I was like, oh my goodness. Like I'm standing in the lobby, like ready to give up. And all of a sudden, it was late at night too, I don't know, 9, 10 o'clock. And then someone just decided to book a reading with me, and the payment came through, and I was able to get the hotel room. So like I'm saying, like it's not always about your frequency. We're humans, as we say, we're spirits having a human experience, right? So we are not always able to stay in this high frequency, especially when you're going through your ascension process, because there's going to be so many things that are so difficult, so hard, and you're not able to continue at that level, a high level, I should say. So when you see these videos that's saying that if you're not at this highest level, you're not going to receive, the blessings, and, the universe is not going to bless you. It's not going to vibe because you're not vibrating at the same frequency and so forth and so on. It's not always true. Okay. So I just wanted you to understand that there are those around you who love you very much and are there for you, and you can speak to them, because I've even heard these videos that saying it's not your words. Yes, it is your words. Do speak to them, um, and just trying to have the most loving frequency as you can. One of gratitude, but it's not always one that you can maintain because you're going through a very difficult trial. Okay, in this ascension. So I'm going to leave it there. Just wanted you guys to understand that and know that, and to keep doing what you're doing. that you're doing great and you will get through this, okay? And I'll see you in the next one.